Thank you for watching this week's Hot Property Online. My name is Kristian Harris. I'm here with Cristina Minitel, our sales director at MonsterMortgage.ca. As we roll into the spring, we always talk about the spring market, people going to buy, and we've been saying this for years. We talk about getting pre-approved. It's so much more important in today's housing market in GTA than ever, but what are your thoughts on this pre-approval for clients going out looking to buy right now?
Right, so I think a big mistake that most buyers make is, they get excited because they want to buy a house and they start looking at the real estate market first. And really, the process should start with us first, right? Come in, get pre-approved. It's so important. Having that knowledge of what you can afford and what you qualify for makes all the difference to let you go out into the real estate market with confidence and comfort. There's a lot of different criteria that goes into a pre-approval today. It's not just a rate hold. You've got credit criteria that's important, your income, different income types. There's a lot of self-employed borrowers out there. So we really need to know all the facts so we can really determine affordability and what's affordable for you.
Well, that's a good point, because there's different rates depending on your beacon score. There's
Correct.
different rates depending on the type of property you're buying. There's different amounts of down payment depending on your property you're buying, right?
Correct. And not all lenders lend on everything. So even in the pre-approval process, if you mention to one of us at MonsterMortgage.ca, your mortgage agent, if you mention where you're looking to buy, that'll also help determine what financing options are available for you. And it really makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And sometimes when, are you looking at a condo? Well, guess what? If you're factoring condo fees and taxes plus your mortgage payment, the amount you qualify for may be a lot different than if you were looking at a single family detached or a single family home. All these factors are very important. And if you start with us, then you're going to arm yourself with the knowledge and the tools you need to go out there and make a more informed decision, become a more confident buyer.
Yeah, and even realtors today are telling clients, are you pre-approved? I've had clients say my realtor wants to see the pre-approval.
Yes.
Because they don't want to waste their time. I mean, I'll give you a quick story. I had a client who had one of these rate holds done online. They never spoke to anyone, didn't sit down. It was with one of the banks, and they just plugged in their numbers and they asked them, how much you looking to buy, how much do you have down, what was your income, how much was your income, and they had their notice of assessments there, and they just read what was on their notice of assessment. Here's my wife's and here was mine. And they went out and purchased. And then the realtor actually called me and said their financing fell through because it wasn't going through us. So when I met with them, it turned out that one of the incomes on their NOA was comprised of some unemployment benefits, or employment benefits, excuse me.
Which the lender doesn't use.
Which the lender doesn't use.
Right.
And there was some RSP withdrawal, which again,
the lenders don't use because it's not regular income.
So we pretty much couldn't use, I think it was like 85% of that, her income.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they didn't qualify at a bank anymore. But they went out there thinking they spoke to one of the big banks and they put in their numbers and the bank said, here you go, you can buy for this. So, the realtor panicked. We were able to come up with a solution and they were very happy. But for 3 or 4 days, they were extremely nervous that they had committed to this home. And now the bank said, sorry, we can't help you.
And that's a perfect example because the fortunate situation is they did come to MonsterMortgage.ca and we were able to get them another solution. But how amazing would it have been if they had started with us and they knew what that solution looked like before they went out there? They just would have been more comfortable. They would have made a more informed decision. They would have taken the stress out of the transaction because they knew what they were going into with eyes wide open. It really makes all the difference.
You're 100% right. It's stressful enough buying in the GTA. You don't need to add it with the mortgage. So I think, Cristina, your point is to call us first, come in, sit down, look at the whole thing, and we can send you off with a real pre-approval.
That would be the messages of the day. Call us first and get pre-approved.
Thank you very much.